Okay, so let's talk about the backup camera option for the PCCM clones, okay? This is the most common one that people will order, which is the single backup camera. Now, for those that are adventurous and love a challenge, here's the multi-view panoramic 360-degree camera cable. And it comes with 4 cameras, and it connects right there, as I said before. Most people, this is all they'll ever need, okay? So how does this connect? Well, first thing we want to do is connect the video. Remember, this goes right here on the plug number 1 with the little antennas. That's the easy way to remember it, but don't get it confused with the other video inputs. It's right here on this one connector with the antennas. Those antennas are for Bluetooth. This cable is your power cable for the camera. So it plugs into this line right here, okay? This comes from the unit. This line is a switch unit, so when you put the car in reverse, it immediately sends voltage to the camera to turn it on so you have view on your display. Now this is the long cable that stretches all the way from the head unit to the back of the car. I will not tell you how to do that, but I have a couple of options. You may have some ideas too. This plugs in right here. This is your little intermediate cable. They call it a rectifier relay. Basically, it's a power supply, if you don't know my opinion. So it's taking the power and you ground it off in the back like that. So the power coming from the long cable goes right here. Okay. And it goes into this intermediate cable here, the power supply. Okay. And then the power supply plugs into your camera like that. That's basically it. This plugs into the positive, you ground it, okay? Then your camera will work. You use the bundle of red line that comes off the back. It's not labeled, but that is 12 volt positive, okay? Again, when you switch your car in reverse, it will know that you're trying to go back, and it'll turn that camera on for you to help you, just like you're normally going to use in modern cars these days. And basically the video signal comes from the camera as the power goes first, turn on the camera obviously, and then the video comes back through to show you the view on the thing. One thing I want to point out before we do the actual test. You'll notice when you get these cameras, they're all pretty much the same. They'll have these little lines poking out here. This enables 3 different features. The pink, it looks more like a very light pink-ish kind of an orangey pink, but they call that red. That is if you want to switch it from the composite video baseband signal to analog HD. Just make sure whatever unit you buy will support it, because if you cut it, then, and it only supports the composite video baseband signal, then your unit will be blind to it. So I'm not going to cut it. Even though my unit claims to work with either the analog HD or the composite video baseband signal. With analog HD, of course, you're going to get higher quality. And once I get to that point, I may test it and see if it works. But for right now, I'm not going to cut it. If you cut the green line, basically it will disable your guides. Let me get a closer view there so you can see. If you cut the green line, you have normal guides. Those will be disabled. If you cut the white cable, that reverses the image. In my opinion, that is set correctly. I tested it on the monitor and it's set correctly, but for whatever reason, if it's not reversed, so when you're looking, when you're backing at the camera and there's an object on your right, you want to know that it's physically on your right hand behind you. You don't have it reversed and mirrored. But for whatever reason, you know, you may want it different. More power to you. You cut that white cable. Okay? Okay, so now I have it connected. I've just pretty much connected it to 12 volt direct current, positive and negative on the camera. And you can see, this is the way you need to test it. You can see I got the unit here and I'm just moving around and about just to see if it's going to work. That's just simply just testing the camera before you install it. You don't want to go through the pain of installing it and your camera has a problem or your cable has a problem. That would be a waste of time. I hope that you enjoy this. I think this is a good safety feature. I've become stuck on backup cameras, so this is going to be a great improvement to my car. I hope that you learned a lot, and I hope that you take care. And if you like these videos, please consider subscribing to RenVision. That will tell us you want to see more. This series will continue on as we go into installing the unit on the actual car.